afternoon. I'm Mai Rodriguez. Today on Newsfeed at noon, President Bongbong Marcos orders sweeping transport reforms after a string of deadly road accidents. Amid backlash from Catholics, U.S. President Donald Trump distances himself from an AI image of him dressed like a pope. It's fashion's biggest night. We'll check out some of the dazzling looks at this year's Met Gala. And Netflix releases their first teaser for Squid Game Season 3. Thanks for joining us. We begin with President Bongbong Marcos ordering sweeping changes in the transport sector following tragic accidents at the SCTEX and NAIA. These include a review of driver licensing to ensure that only fit, capable, and responsible individuals are allowed on roads. Marcos also ordered a nationwide audit of bus operators and a crackdown on unsafe and exploitative practices in the sector. The president says driver fatigue, long hours, and pressure to meet quotas should never put lives at risk. 10 people died in a multi-vehicle road crash along the SCTEX last May 1st, while an SUV crash at NAIA Terminal 1 on Sunday killed 2 people, including a 5-year-old girl.
These incidents should never have happened, and now we will ensure they never happen again. We owe it to the victims and their families to act, not only with sympathy, but with resolve. These lives will not be lost in vain. We will make the changes that need to be made. We will demand accountability where it is due, and we will build a transport system that truly protects Filipino people.
The family of one of the fatalities in the NAIA car crash cries for justice. Our correspondent Joash Malimban is at the victim's wake in Hagonoy, Bulacan, and he joins us now for the latest. Joash, go ahead.
Yes, Mai, we were able to speak with the aunt of Keo Faustino, the 20-year-old victim in the recent NAIA crash here in Hagonoy, Bulacan. It's a quiet and somber scene here at the wake in Barangay Abulalas. While the area remains peaceful, the grief of relatives and friends is evident. According to Marisa Cruz, aunt of the victim, they came face-to-face with a driver yesterday during the inquest proceedings. Cruz shared that she had to call for paramedics during that encounter as the victim's father experienced a spike in blood pressure upon seeing the driver.
That time, sabay-sabay pala kami, nandun pala yung driver. Ako hindi ko ina-expect, kuya ko rin hindi na-expect na nandun. Nasa likod lang pala namin. So, pagtingin ko na gano'n, nandun siya. Tapos gumanon kamay niya. Pasensya po, aksidente. Tapos yung kuya ko narinig niya. Eh, siyempre, reaction niya. Talagang susuntukin niya, tumayo. Hindi nga naging okay yung pakiramdam ng kuya ko kasi nag-shoot up yung BP niya.
Cruz also confirmed that the driver tested negative for both drug and alcohol use. According to her, the NNIC has also been visiting daily since the first night of the wake to provide assistance to the family. While Keo was not known to be vocal or public with his thoughts, Cruz says she's speaking out to deliver her family's message that the driver must be held accountable and that Keo deserves justice. Mai.
Josh, any update on the investigation into the tragedy? Ano ba talaga yung sinabi nung driver?
May a case of reckless imprudence resulting in homicide has already been filed before the court. Authorities have said the incident was likely due to human error on the driver's part, but we're still awaiting on the official probe results from the Philippine National Police as to what exactly caused the crash. Mai.
So George, hindi pa klaro kung ano yung sinabi ng driver at kung ano yung nangyari talaga.
May sinabi ng driver na mayroong nag-cross or may lumagpas na sasakyan sa harap ng kanyang sasakyan na nag-cause ng pagkagulat niya kaya siya umabante. Pero doon sa CCTV na ipinakita or na i-release doon sa media, wala namang sasakyan na talagang lumagpas doon sa harap ng kanyang SUV. Pero sabi ng driver, napindot niya yung gas pedal instead yung brakes. Pero ayun nga, sabi nga natin, May, hinintay pa natin yung official probe ng Philippine National Police kung ano yung results ng kanang preliminary investigation. May.
Kaya nga, 2 days after this tragedy, Joash, hindi pa malinaw, ano? Kasi nga, klaro naman sa CCTV na wala namang dumaan na sasakyan sa harapan ng SUV, di ba?
Tama ka dyan, May. Kaya nga inihintay rin natin kasi yung NIC nagpo-provide na rin sila ng assistance doon sa victims. Kasama din dyan yung 5-year-old or 4-year-old victim doon sa Lipa, Batangas. Mamaya pupuntahan rin natin yan at aalamin natin ano yung update sa kanila ng investigations ng Philippine National Police at ng NNIC.
Okay, what do we know, Joash, about this victim dyan sa Hagonoy, itong 29-year-old? Ito ba yung pupunta sa Dubai para may meeting lang siyang pupuntahan?
Oo, Mai, kasi isa siya dun sa mga parang isa mga consultant noong company na nagpapadala doon nga sa iba't ibang mga bansa regarding doon sa kanilang business operations doon. Bukod pa dyan, isa rin siya dun sa mga breadwinner ng kanilang pamilya. Sabi rin nung kanina nga in-interview natin na auntie nitong si Keo ay nagpaplano na rin sila ng birthday party para sa May 29 kasi supposedly sa May 29 ay magto-30 years old itong si Keo. Ayun nga lang, sabi nila hindi na raw ito matutuloy at nakakalungkot itong nangyaring pangyayari.
Nako, magba-birthday pa naman sana itong biktima, no? Maraming salamat sa iyong report, Joash Malimban from Hagonoy, Bulacan. A mobility advocate believes road safety education should start young. In an interview on BNC's It's a Beautiful Day, James Deacon says forming good habits early on can make a big difference, whether as a driver or as a commuter.
I think first we need to start with driver education as early as while children are in school before they drive. We teach them how to use the road first as pedestrians, because that's the thing about the roads is everybody's a road user, regardless of what age, what sex, religion. We all share that road. That's why I say it's the most democratic form of space in any country. Teach the children how to walk, how to cross the road properly, how to safely use the road as commuters, as passengers, and then eventually as drivers.
He also says reactive or short-term fixes aren't enough, especially when lives are on the line.
I've driven ambulances on the road just to immerse myself in what actually goes on out there. And I've seen firsthand, I've seen the carnage, and nothing will prepare you for having to explain to a family what happened to their loved one, because nobody ever expects a road accident. That's the tragedy of road accidents. It is random, it happens in a split second, and it's life-changing for not just the person obviously in the accident, but the entire ecosystem around that person. This is why we got to take things seriously. What could be more serious than this? But yet we always just sort of, at the end of the day, turn a blind eye to it.
In other news, Philippine inflation eases sharply in April, dropping to its lowest level in over 4 years. Consumer price growth slowed to 1.4% last month, down from 1.8% in March and 3.8% a year ago. The deceleration was driven by softer price increases in food and non-alcoholic beverages, including rice, vegetables, and fish. This below-target inflation print strengthens the case for further monetary easing and could impact central bank policy ahead of its next rate-setting meeting in June. The Commission on Elections has started delivering the official ballots that will be used in Metro Manila. Today's areas of shipping include Caloocan, Marikina, Pasig, San Juan, and Quezon City. A total of 7.5 million ballots will be delivered to treasurers' offices in the National Capital Region. Meanwhile, nearly 98% of automated counting machines have been distributed across the country with less than a week to go before the May 12 polls. Manila's mayoral candidates ramp up their final push with bold pledges, birthday rounds, and street-level stops. Our Paulo Barcelon reports.
Former Manila Mayor Isko Moreno Domagoso held the first of their meetings de avance in Pandacan Monday night. While rains constantly threatened to cut the program short, Domagoso persisted and even issued a strong claim of a comeback, citing good performance in recent surveys.
Sabay-sabay tayo, kakanta.
former mayor also reiterated his pledge to stay in the nation's capital if elected, once again silencing doubts about using Manila as a springboard for further ambitions in national politics.
Pag ako'y nabigyan niya ng pagkakataon, mananatili na ako rito hanggang 10 taon.
Alianza senatorial bet and re-electionist Senator Francis Tolentino visited the Yormes Choice sortie last night. Domagoso endorsed Tolentino and also revealed two other Senate bets his local slate is endorsing.
Si Tol Tolentino, huwag natin kakalimutan. Isingit na natin. 12 naman eh. Tama mali? O yung kanina, yung pinakiusap ni Congresswoman Sandy Ocampo, si Bam Aquino, di ba? O di posam na lang. O sa akin naman, o si Marcoleta. Alagaan ninyo si Marcoleta, ha?
On her birthday, Manila Mayor Honey Lacuna made the rounds this morning in the 5th District in a bid to gain more support from the local base. Yesterday afternoon, Lacuna, her running mate Vice Mayor Yul Servonieto, and re-electionist Congressman Benny Abante also toured Pandacan, conducting a motorcade and a house-to-house campaign. Meanwhile, Tutok to win party list representative and billionario mayoral bet Sam Verzosa held his caucus at his home district of Sampaloc, belonging to the 4th district of the city. When compared to Lacuna and Domagoso, Verzosa has a smaller slate of city councilors. However, this does not stop Verzosa from claiming he will win next week's polls.
Maraming salamat sa inyo, mga kalugar ko. Kapitbahay ko sa Sampaloc, maraming salamat. Isang linggo na lang! May bago na sa'yo ang Sampaloc!
Verzosa is also expected to continue his house-to-house sorties and hold caucuses in smaller venues as part of his Esquinita Series strategy. Paulo Barcelon, Billionario News Channel.
All 132 cardinals who will vote in the papal conclave have arrived in Rome. The secret gathering to elect a new pope will begin at the Sistine Chapel on Wednesday. Some cardinals are looking for a pontiff who will continue the push of the late Pope Francis for a more transparent, welcoming church. Others seek retrenchment to more traditional roots. Vatican workers, from cleaners, doctors, and drivers, have also taken a solemn oath of secrecy ahead of the conclave. Violators face automatic excommunication. Israel bracing for a new offensive in Gaza. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the operations will be intensive, aimed at finally defeating Palestinian militant group Hamas. Netanyahu did not provide specific details, but government hardliners have long pressed for a full takeover of Gaza.
We are conquering Gaza, clearing it out, and taking control of every area we enter. We are taking control of the humanitarian aid so that it does not become logistical supply for Hamas. We are separating Hamas from the civilian population and from the humanitarian aid. We will eliminate Hamas, defeat it, subdue it, and bring the hostages back. This is the only way.
In Washington, President Donald Trump did not comment on Israel's looming offensive, but he says the United States will help get food to Palestinians in Gaza.
Hamas is making it impossible because they're taking everything that's brought in, but we're going to help the people of Gaza because they're being treated very badly by Hamas.
Still in Washington, as President Donald Trump distances himself from an AI image that showed him dressed like a pope. Trump says he had nothing to do with it. He added that his wife, Melania, found the photo cute, but some in the Catholic community weren't happy about it.
They can't take a joke. You don't mean the Catholics, you mean the fake news media. Not the Catholics loved it. I had nothing to do with it. Somebody made up a picture of me dressed like the Pope, and they put it out on the internet. That's not me that did it. I have no idea where it came from.
The fact that it was put out on the White House account, even though it was AI generated, it was a joke, it was a meme. Does it at all diminish the substance of the official White House account to have it go out on that particular
give me
channel?
a break. It was just somebody did it in fun. It's fine. have to have a little fun, don't you?
British royals mark the 80th anniversary of Victory in Europe Day. The day commemorates Nazi Germany's unconditional surrender that took effect on May 8, 1945. King Charles and Queen Camilla hosted a tea party for veterans at Buckingham Palace. Also in the event, Prince William and his wife Kate, as well as Prime Minister Keir Starmer.
I think it's been wonderful, and I do think it's so important that we remember, what has happened and the people that gave their lives in the war, because the younger generation don't all know about the times we went through, which were very difficult.
The royal family also watched a grand parade and fly past, and in a hilarious moment caught on camera, Prince Louis was seen teasing his older brother George. Louis imitated his brother flicking his hair after George had done the same. We're taking a breather after the break. A look at this year's Met Gala. Entertainment and sports up next. Stay with us. They came to slay. A-list stars once again hit the red carpet for fashion's biggest night. The theme for this year's Met Gala, superfine, tailoring black style. And as expected, the event wasn't short of head-turners, including Zendaya, Teyana Taylor, Diana Ross, Venus Williams, Jenny, and many more. The annual fundraiser is held at New York City's Metropolitan Museum of Art. Vogue editor-in-chief Anna Wintour arrived in the event, along with co-chairs Coleman Domingo and Lewis Hamilton.
This one, I think, has been so touching to all of us to see how many in the Black community have been moved by the idea of this exhibition, how much it means to the community. To me, it's about education, it's about liberation, it's about joy, and it's about the self-respect that is given to yourself by dressing well and dressing with style and with humor and with wit. I think we need to all stand by the Black community and support them. And obviously this exhibition was planned many years ago and we didn't know what would be happening in the political arena, but it's taken on a new sense of importance and purpose. And as I said, the best result for me is for many, many people to come and see the show.
The final games begin. Netflix had released a teaser for the third and last season of the mega hit series Squid Game. The footage hints at more surprises, including new games. Here's a peek. There you have it, a look at Squid Game Season 3, which comes out in June. Those include the record for most views for a show in its premiere week. In sports, the Golden State Warriors renew their mastery of the Houston Rockets in the NBA playoffs. The Warriors took down the Rockets in Game 7, 103-89, to win this series 4-3. Buddy Hield caught fire with 33 points, while Steph Curry added 22. Close call for Golden State after they prevented a 3-1 series collapse to win its fifth playoff series win over Houston since 2015. Up next for the Dubs in the playoffs, Anthony Edwards, Rudy Gobert, and the Minnesota Timberwolves. A passing of the torch in San Antonio as the Spurs turn the page after nearly 3 decades. 38-year-old Mitch Johnson has been officially named as the Spurs' new head coach, taking over from Greg Popovich. The 76-year-old stepped down from coaching duties after 29 seasons due to a mild stroke in November last year. Johnson led San Antonio as interim coach for the remainder of this season. Popovich, who guided the Spurs to 5 NBA championships, will continue as president of basketball operations. He signaled his new role by introducing himself with a bit of humor as El Jefe. From the hardcore to the boxing ring, Japanese superstar Noya Inu remains undefeated after a thrilling showdown in Las Vegas. The monster defeated Ramon Cardenas of the U.S. to retain his WBA Super, WBC, IBF, WBO, and the Ring Super Bantamweight titles. Inoue was actually rattled with a shock knockdown in round 2, but the champ fought back by knocking down Cardenas in round 7 and sealed the deal with a TKO victory in the 8th round. Inoue improves his brilliant record to 30 wins, 0 losses by way of 25 knockouts. And before we go, a new musical celebrates the art of drag and self-expression with the help of various Filipino talents and original music from acclaimed composer Jonathan Manalo. Our Joash Malimban tells us about Delia D.
A star-studded evening, Delia D boasts a stellar ensemble of Filipino performers, bringing to life a powerful and moving theatrical experience. At its heart is the music, with original songs by acclaimed composer Jonathan Manalo, including 6 brand new compositions created especially for this production.
What's so special about Delia D?
Well, of course, it's celebrating. Yeah, yes, I was just gonna say, celebrating the diversity of all of us, and of course, at the same time, Jonathan's songs. Isa ako sa mga napalad din na maging producer si Jonathan, so I'm just excited to hear this different take, diba, sa mga songs.
This groundbreaking production is more than just a musical. It's a vibrant celebration of identity, self-expression, and the transformative power of drag.
Delia is special because apart from it showcasing the songs of Jonathan Manalo, it's queer. It's also very respectful of the art of drag, but it's also very up to now. It's very current. So yeah, that's why I love it, and I hope that I get to see it now. But I'm just waiting for that for us to be in the theater. But yeah, I'm really excited for it.
Through dazzling performances and bold storytelling, it shines a spotlight on drag as both an art form and a statement of pride.
This is Jonathan Manalo. I'd like to invite all the viewers of Bilyonaryo to please come see Delia D, ang musical featuring the songs of yours truly. Siguradong mapapatawa kayo, mag-good vibes, maiimo, maiiyak, at mai-inspire. Please come and see it at the Newport World Resorts Performing Arts Theater, starting this weekend up to June 8th.
And as the curtains fall, Delia D leaves us with a powerful reminder that drag is not just a performance, it's passion, resilience, and art in its most fearless form. With original music, stunning visuals, and unapologetic storytelling, the show celebrates every shade of identity and self-expression. Joash Malimban, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
And those are the news this hour. I'm Mai Rodriguez. Keep it here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. Good afternoon.